Hello everyone, my name is Ross Culligan. I'm here as a representative of Óg Náisiúnach, which is the youth wing of Ireland's National Party. I'd like to start by extending again sincere gratitude to Micheál Zhanc, Patrick, everyone who's worked to organise this meeting here today, and everyone who is here, everyone who's in attendance. So I suppose I'll just say a few words about this union of European patriotic youth groups. We're at an important moment right now in the historiography of European nationalism. Basically, at present, against the although sometimes you may get blackpilled when you see certain election results or certain social trends, the truth is that against the combined pressures of mass immigration, economic decline, and moral disunity that has become endemic to the broader society, liberal political systems and the liberal worldview itself are in fact in collapse. And due to this situation, many European parties, European organizations have risen up in response in an attempt to defend our countries. But as was noted earlier by Binder's speech, he was talking about Orban. Most of these supposed nationalist organizations have thus far been insufficient. They have failed us. It has been revealed in the past few years that any movement which is weak and indecisive will not succeed. And the hopes of Europe now, and again, it's something that's become cliched in our circles, but it is true that the hopes of Europe are now staked upon the nationalist youth. It is always the case when our nations are in struggle that the youth will rise up and take into our own hands the task of revolutionary action in defense of our nations. And so it is today. We're organized now in every country in Europe, nationalist organizations, multiple organizations in most countries. Every European capital is adorned now by the stickers and posters of our movements. We've worked energetically and we've worked gladly. But to this point, too many of us have been working in isolation. And the problem is that only on a unified platform can we achieve freedom for all of Europe. And of course, there can be no freedom for any one country in Europe without freedom for all of Europe. And that's precisely... And that's precisely why it's so exciting to be here with every one of you today, because we have now an opportunity, a novel opportunity, to combine all of our groups, which have been gaining momentum, which have been gaining publicity and membership, into a real, effective, and capable force, which could actually influence decisions, influence policy all across the continent, spanning borders, rivers, spanning seas and oceans, as far away as places like Hungary and Ireland on the opposite side of Europe. And of course, the Central Europeans, the Hungarians, our hosts, as we've said, Micheál Zhanc, have taken the initiative, have been instrumental in organizing this new coalition. And I can say on behalf of Óg Náisiúnach, the National Party, and all the Irish nationalists, that you most certainly have our full support, and the support most certainly, as you can see, of a growing spectrum of patriotic youth organizations across the continent. And the support of everyone in the future will be needed, because to secure real success, real lasting success on an international scale, we will have to learn to work together. We'll have to draw on the values that our organizations have worked so hard to cultivate thus far. Our relentless campaign of action, our sense of duty to our people, sense of responsibility, and our absolute faith in the righteousness of our cause, the necessity of our struggle. You know, James mentioned earlier, James Reynolds, he mentioned earlier Padraig Pearse, one of our great heroes, the greatest, perhaps, Irish hero who led the 1916 rebellion. And apart from being a revolutionary leader, he was a poet and a writer and various things. And he had important words once on the subject of fate. He said that always it is the many who fight for the evil thing and the few who fight for the good thing. And always it is the few who win. And if it has ever seemed otherwise, it is only because the few who have been supporting the good cause have in fact been guilty of some secret faltering, some hidden infidelity to their best selves, some shrinking back in the face of a tremendous duty. I've met the members of all these various national organizations here in Budapest over the weekend, And the result of all of my conversations, the result of everyone I've come into contact with, is this, that I know today that there will be no shrinking back. We will not fail. We will not hesitate. And through cooperation and coordination of all our various elements across the continent, across Europe, we will win. Yesterday, hang on, minden, I've been trying to learn this one. Minden magyar felelos, minden magyarért. Yes, and thank you.